A clear evening in Lisbon, and the atmosphere inside Estadio da Luz was electric with anticipation. For the home crowd, this match was a formality on the road to the biggest stage in international football. The path was simple. Portugal needed 3 points tonight to officially secure their progress to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This table shows exactly what was on the line for both sides. While Portugal enjoyed a comfortable lead at the top of Group F, Hungary arrived fighting for their tournament survival, sitting in a precarious position as the clear statistical underdogs. Looking at their early tactical setup, Portugal asserted dominance immediately. They used aggressive midfield progression to push the ball forward, forcing Hungary's players back into a deep, compact defensive block. Between the lopsided possession and the noise of the home crowd, Portugal looked set to book their flight to the World Cup before the first half was even over. When a heavily favored team pushes all their resources forward, they leave a gap in their armor. All it takes is a single error in a high defensive line for an underdog to execute a precise counterattack. Hungary found that gap. A rapid transition down the field resulted in an awkward sequence for the Portuguese defense, ending in a shocking opening goal from Roland Solly, a strike that completely silenced the massive home crowd. That strike carried immense historical weight. It marked the first time Hungary managed to score a goal in a qualifying match on Portuguese soil. Suddenly, the entire psychology of the match shifted. The heavy favorites were now trailing at home, forced to play against a ticking clock and an opponent emboldened by their own history-making moment. Portugal responded immediately. They increased their offensive intensity, specifically targeting the vulnerable spaces behind the Hungarian wingbacks to stretch the defense. The pressure quickly yielded results. Nelson Semedo found an angle inside the penalty area, squaring the ball beautifully for their veteran captain, Cristiano Ronaldo, who arrived with perfect timing to finish the play and restore parity. With the score level, Portugal maintained a relentless pace. Their fullbacks operated as primary playmakers, constantly overlapping and forcing the Hungarian defense to cover the entire width of the pitch. That sustained width created another opening just before halftime. Nuno Mendes delivered a precise cross, and Ronaldo converted his second goal of the night, dragging his nation from a deficit into a 2-1 lead. This rapid reversal re-established the expected order. By securing the lead before the break, Portugal created a dangerous sense of security, operating as if the result was already decided. This second-half heat map illustrates total territorial control. Portugal spent the period camped in Hungary's final third, suffocating counterattacking lanes. Translating possession into expected goals, this chart demonstrates the lopsided match. Based on chance quality, Portugal's dominance should have produced a wider scoring margin, yet the scoreline remained static. A combination of sharp reflex saves from the Hungarian goalkeeper and multiple shots striking the woodwork kept a third goal entirely out of reach. This tactical graphic reveals the risk Portugal was taking. As they continued to push for a definitive third goal, their defensive line crept higher, leaving a massive amount of open grass behind them. Dominating a game without actually converting chances is a dangerous statistical trap. It leaves a technically superior team entirely vulnerable to a single high-impact event in the final minutes. As the clock ticked closer to the 90-minute mark, the mood inside Estadio da Luz began to sour. The failure to find a clinching goal replaced the earlier celebrations with a creeping collective anxiety. Recognizing the opportunity, Hungary made a late-game tactical adjustment. They abandoned their deep defensive block and moved to a high-pressure system, desperate to force a turnover in the final third. A Hungarian effort beat the keeper and ricocheted brutally off the crossbar, only cleared at the last second by the exceptional reactions of Ruben Dias. The final minutes of a qualification match operate on a different logic, where the momentum of a single turnover can negate a whole evening of territorial control. That momentum culminated in the 91st minute. As Portugal struggled to clear their lines, a Hungarian playmaker finally found a pocket of space at the edge of the penalty area. Dominik Szoboszlai struck cleanly. The stoppage-time equalizer rippled the net, securing his 17th international goal and plunging the massive home crowd into absolute silence. Looking at the updated Group F standings, the immediate consequences are severe. Portugal's World Cup qualification is officially delayed until next month, while Hungary's resilience keeps their own tournament dreams firmly alive in second place. Portugal relied on the security of their high line and their missed chances, assuming their dominance was their complete defense. But as Hungary proved, statistical superiority only lasts until the final whistle. Predict who survives the group in the comments below.